So with everything else going on these days, why bother making your online course inviting? Why bother customizing, putting that time into making your online course look inviting, as opposed to just leaving it as it is and getting the work done? Well, to answer that question, the first thing I'd like you to do is think about your own classroom and think about your kids. Would you rather have your kids, your students, walk into a classroom that looks like this? Bare walls, a clock, and desks. And granted, some of us are going to, because of the situation, walk into a classroom that looks like that. But we'd prefer not to. In fact, we'd prefer something a lot more engaging. Maybe not quite like this. Like my room would never look like this, but it would look way more engaging than that. It's amazing what a few posters can do, some sayings on the wall, etc. And so that's kind of the idea. Why put this amount of time or any time into making your online course look pleasing at all? So what I want to show you right now is 3 different courses, all right, to give you an idea of what that looks like and the difference. So first of all, you'll notice that over here in my course, I have a picture that kind of goes with this course name, student engagement. I've got a picture of a student that kind of looks engaged in whatever she's doing on her laptop. You too can customize that simply by clicking edit picture and finding something that's applicable for your course, or something that sets it apart, something that when a student goes to their homepage in Schoology, they see just without even having to read, they can see, oh, that's my science class, or that's my art class, or that's, you get the idea. So that's one of the first things you can do to customize. All right, secondly, you can customize these folders as well. Let me just show you. Here's course 1. Here is bland. Okay, we've got these 5 folders, and it's just simply the names of the units. There's nothing there. There's just words, kind of ho-hum, boring, right? Here's course 2. We have the picture of the actual book, the book that is being used in the classroom. Definitely more engaging. Also notice that the folders are customized colors too, to help distinguish the different units. And this is just the English example. Your course may be applicable, may different pictures, different customizations may apply, but that's that's completely up to you. They're well within your control. So I've just made all these things a little bit more interesting to look at. So if you think about the previous view where it's just words in a folder, it's kind of boring, quite frankly. We do judge books by its cover, and this is definitely more inviting than the last one. There is, of course, a downside to this, and that's shown in course 3. You can have far too much going on. I know these GIFs don't really apply to the novel, but there's just a lot going on here. And if you're easily distracted as a student, my word, this is going to just send you off the deep end. I mean, look at this one, Lord of the Flies. I don't know what's going on there, and all that stuff happening. I'd be lost already. So there's almost too much going on here. So over customization is not a good idea either. So you've got to balance. Just like your classroom, too much going on, too much on the walls, too much flying, hanging from the ceilings, fluttering on fans and things like that can be a distraction as well. So there's a balance. All right, so you may be thinking, all right, how do you do that? Easily done. So here is my folder. I've created a folder, and it's quite simple to customize most materials in Schoology, and you're going to go through the same process regardless of folders, assignments, discussions, etc. Once you learn to do one thing in Schoology, it applies almost everywhere else. So here's my night resources I'm going to click the edit button over here on the right, or the gear icon, click the edit button, and it'll bring up this particular folder. And right here, you can do a host of things. Just like most everywhere else in Schoology, you can write text, you can insert things. What I like to do is, and you can even put a YouTube video right in this folder if you'd like. So it's completely up to you. I'm just going to click image for now to make it simple, and I can upload it from my computer, or if I have a specific URL from the web, I can also just put in a link there. So I'm just going to attach file, look on my computer for something. Here's Schoology. And so the original file is way too big, and so you can customize dimensions the hard way, which is by clicking that button, or you can simply click these handles and drag to the appropriate size. Now obviously this image does not go along with the novel Night, but I was just giving you an example for learning purposes. So here I'm bringing it into view. There's my Schoology. I'm just going to save changes. Now all of a sudden that's just more attractive, even though it doesn't match. I get that, but it's definitely right there, and then makes it a lot more interesting. Again, you can do that with assignments. You can do that with quizzes and tests, adding those images. If you think about your textbooks, I can't think of a single textbook in use right now that doesn't make use of images and charts and pictures and whatnot to go along with the text. No one wants to just watch ad nauseum or read ad nauseum text. So that is how you customize materials in Schoology.